Hey, this is Robert Monroe, and we are here with another segment of Nobody Does This. These are practice ideas that people just generally avoid either because they don't know about them, they think they're dumb and they don't understand them, or they just may not want to do them and they just need to do them because it just makes you better. And today we're going to talk about free improv. Insert all the people going, my 2-year-old can do that. Well, here's the deal. All you Jackson Pollocks out there can rejoice because there is huge benefits to free improv in a variety of settings, but I'm going to break it down in a few very specific ones in no particular order, but the idea is to give you some real practical application of how free improv can really level up your playing. We're going to start with walking a bass. You know what a walking a bass is, right? It's just when you play a bunch of notes in a row, quarter notes, and you try to get to the next chord change in time. So maybe you know a song like Have You Met Miss Jones? That's how you walk a bass. Well, let's say you can't do that yet, because that's actually really hard. I know I'm making it look easy to be able to play a melodic, cool bass line in your left hand while you're playing in your right hand. So what do? Here's what you do. You play any note, but it has to be quarter notes and you can't stop. It helps when you play the right melody too. Notice how it sounds actually pretty good. That's because the rhythm is the important part, and that is really what free improv gets to. The rhythm and the phrasing is what makes it sound like music. The notes are important, don't get me wrong, but they're nowhere near as important as the rhythm and the phrasing. Well, what if you start doing that and you start feeling like it sounds pretty good, right? You're doing maybe passion dance, and then you're soloing, and you just have that going. What is the next step? Well, the next step is to sort of define down more how many notes you're going to really land on. So maybe you go, okay, I'm going to make sure I land on the F. Well, let's go back to Have You Met Miss Jones. It's got more predefined changes. I'm going to land on this F, every basically fourth chord change. There's this G. F again, skip the F sharp, A. So you pick the changes as you go, and then you start defining even more. I'll go, okay, all right, I'm going to try to do the beginning of each measure. That is how you start really defining it, and in no time whatsoever, you're going to find, oh, I can actually walk a bass pretty good. Well, what about our right hand? Soloing, bopping, if you will. You can get a lot of nice speed just by forcing yourself to do eighth notes, even if they make no sense. That, as an exercise, I started doing triplets there. All of that really helps to solidify this movement, and then you can go, I don't want to just do random notes. Let's do maybe pentatonics. super good way to practice getting that dexterity going, getting that feeling going, and give you some cool ideas besides the ones that you just are sort of, beholden to because it's your only licks that you know. It's a really great counter to just always practicing licks and patterns. All right. You've been on jazz. I've tuned out because I play pop music. Well, you can do the same thing. You're playing wagon wheel. And you're trying to learn how to solo in your right hand. Well, keep it in the diatonic, but just don't give a rip what you're playing. Just keep that speed going. Maybe it's getting a little boring. Add in the chromatic. And you're like, I don't want a weird jazz solo. Well, you don't need a weird jazz solo. You practice that for a while. Don't do it in performance. And then reap the rewards. Time to go. Get the idea. Free improv is such a fantastic way to sort of break you out of what is getting you stuck when you're playing and when you're soloing. Here's another great one, and this is actually going back to the beginning. Remember when I went like this and I was like, oh, my 2-year-old can do that? Free improv and just playing random bangy chords is such a great way to start a piano solo. How did that work? Well, I was playing, and I noticed a note that I really enjoyed the sound of, and I heard where it wanted to go next. And then I went from there. You can do this a variety of different ways. I hope this has been informative and you've gotten some more ideas of how you can incorporate free improv into how you practice. The basic gist of this is you're doing it free, but you're defining what you're trying to do. Now, if you just want to do free improv, just do free improv. But that's not really who I'm addressing today. I'm addressing people that don't ever practice this way because they think it's a waste of time or not for them. It is absolutely for all musicians, but the way to really make it work for you is define the terms. What are you doing? Are you trying to take constant eighth notes to develop some more dexterity and speed and endurance? Are you trying to find more colors to your ear that don't necessarily come to you just using your normal traditional theory means? These are all different things that you can really use to grow yourself as a musician. If you enjoyed this, please like the video, please subscribe, comment below if there was something else that you wanted to talk about, and until next time, peace.